walk me through that process of starting Cool Roofing, and then when you actually started getting success, and then when you actually started then saying, oh, now I want to do solar, mid spas, etc.
Yeah, I mean, so for instance, the allocation of focus that I understood that, like my buddy Alex Morton always talked about it. And golly, we know he focused on one thing and just knocked it out of the park. So proud of him. But it finally woke up where, man, like it was just like hustle, 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 hustle all the time. I'm a hustler. I'm doing this. And then I like took a step back. I'm like, dude, this is exhausting. Like I think it was my dad introduced me to someone, man, I don't remember who it was, but someone sat down and was like, you're rich when you have time. And you'll realize this. Like, dude, I've traveled nonstop this year because I understand the power of systems and processes, putting people in place, growing this thing to give me time. Dude, I'd rather have all this time in the world to spend with my beautiful fiance, my family, and everything than just being so focused on building, 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 building. So that's really when it hit me. I'm like, I'm not really making a lot of money with this. I'm spreading myself thin. I'm having a lot of issues here, here, and here. Every company is a problem solution type thing. So why not just focus on one company, a ton of problems, and just always derive solutions, learn from them to then eliminate all the problems. So I think your question was like, I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but it just was a day I woke up and I was like, dude, I'm tired of this. And so 17, we started roofing. We kept doing roofing while I was trying to do a lot of other things. And then finally, I was like, I'm burning the ships. I'm focusing on this. And not only did I find problems within the industry of like my consumer base, but I built this platform called Cool Roofs. And when we really skyrocketed, it was about 4 years ago, right after COVID kind of went through. So like 2021, we're going to 25. So yeah, 4 years ago, my best friend, Trey Stafford, you got to meet him. He's unbelievable. He's our COO. He runs all of our systems, our technology, and everything. And we sat down. We're like, dude, not only do we see problems as far as like customer service and whatnot, that we can really make ourselves the best when it comes to installs and roofing and everything, but the industry as far as roofing sucks. That's why I'm wearing my hat right now. Make roofing great again. Like a lot of sales reps are mistreated. A lot of sales reps aren't paid, just like myself. I went through that journey. And so we started building the perfect platform that attracts people. And what we do focus on is education. We've got a full platform full of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of like videos that teach roofing inside and out. Leadership, we're huge on leadership. We just brought 17 of our top sales reps to Tony Robbins, UPW. That was freaking awesome. And just like really put people in a place to win. And so we've been attracting like big organizations after big organization and just putting them in our culture and our family and just having a blast, dude. And so that's when we really skyrocketed, is when we were like, okay, cool. Like what can we do that's different and how can we help people win? And that's our mentality. Like you can go build and make $1 million on Instagram, but dude, when you build a platform where someone makes $1 million a year, that's the feeling. Like that's fulfillment, dude. Money come and go, whatever. But if you know you have systems and processes and an organization with a brand in place where people can come here and create 100,000, 200,000, $500,000, $1 million, bro, that's everything there. So anyways, my 2 cents, but hope I answered that right.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's perfect, man. So to walk me through that journey, how long did it take to get to 6 figures in the roofing business and then 6 to 7? And what was the main things that you had to overcome? It sounds like it was systems and processes to get from 6 to 7.
Yeah, man, going from like a me thing to a team thing, dropping the ego. We also had to cut some fat. People that you start with, you're not necessarily going to end with. And I always found that pretty humorous. Like when you start with people, my mentor told me this, always like if it's your idea, own 100% of the LLC, give individuals the opportunity to come in and have like revenue profitability to where like however they perform and whatnot, it's just based off revenue to really protect yourself. Like I'm one of those guys, dude, I love everything. Like I eat, breathe, sleep. Like I'm always thinking about the company because this is my baby. And so, we had some growing issues with relationships and people just really breaking through that gap. So being mindful of who you start with and how you position yourself is extremely powerful. Number 2 is like the thing where we really kicked off is knowing that like my sales reps ask me this all the time. They're like, how do I get rich? I'm like, you get rich, you go knock doors. This is how you do it. Like, how do I get wealthy? There's 2 ways to really get wealthy within my industry of home improvement services. Number one is build a team of individuals and sow into them and help create their success. Like, what does a Jim Rohn say? Give people or individuals whatever they want. In return, you can have whatever you want, the life that you want to live. So always focus on self-driven, selfless leadership. And then number two is relationships. Like finding that, dude, there's so many property management firms, they need roofing. There's so many like our biggest thing is we hold the contracts for solar companies within Texas and other states that we service. We hold the contract for one of the largest solar companies in the United States. So what happens when someone goes to get solar and the roof is not well? Guess who does it? We do it. So just finding these creative ways to think like, how can I succeed within industries? It's build people, build relationships, and treat those relationships differently. I just sent a bottle of whiskey to one of our top guys that manages an account for a solar company. We treat people differently. And so to answer your question, when I stopped thinking about what's in it for me and rather focus on what's in it for the company and the people that work here and always focus on helping them succeed, that's when we started going from, $1 million in revenue to 5 million in revenue to 10 million in revenue and just keep climbing up that ladder. And so those are just kind of my 2 cents, is never focus on what's in it for you. Always focus on like, what can we do for these guys? Like every single week, all my top guys, even the other guys, like I have a leadership conversation with them and we always go over the John Maxwell 5 levels of leadership. And we understand, hey, where are you at right now? Where do you see me as your leader? Am I just kind of stuck and you just feel like you're just in a position to work here? You're just here? Or do you feel like, hey, like I've helped you become a production-oriented person? Or if I put you in a place to where now you're a people development, you're now building a team and whatnot. So we're always just finding ways to just sow into our organization to where, like, honestly, dude, if this thing was out the window tomorrow, something happened to me, something happened to Cool Roos, God forbid, I know these guys can go out and just pick this up anywhere else and absolutely crush it. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, build people.